Hey guys, Pocus here. Today we're playing some Spy with the ambassador, the dead ringer, and the stock knife. My voice audio files with like the knife sounds, the gun sounds are a little bit messed up, so if that does happen, I am sorry. Also, this is just the test version of Sony Vegas Pro, just so I can test it out before I spend 500 precious dollars on it. So, sorry for the watermarks on it, but let's go to the gameplay. I did speed this clip up. I mean, nobody wants to see me running back, grabbing a health pit, and missing headshots on a almost still target. But if we come back here, this soldier notices me. I mean, I probably would have noticed too. So I just cut out this, so we're super speed back up there in the front. I mean, I was being a little careless there with the soldier, but I did think that I might get away with it, seeing how he had the party hat, and free to play, yeah. I get the stab on the heavy, and I get a little lag spike there, so I got a little afraid that the pyro would see me. I am disguised as the same pyro behind me, and I didn't realize that he was behind me, so I thought that the heavy would stop attacking me. But he didn't, so I popped my DR a little late, so I'm pretty low on health, and that scout saw me, but I guess he didn't see me. I wasn't really sure what kind of scout he was. And I died to the pyro here because I miss an obvious headshot, and I don't have a DR charge to get away. So, nobody has set up a teleporter yet with it, which is a little frustrating, but the cart's right outside, so we don't need to do anything. I do get hit by a detonator, I think. Detonator probably has the largest blast range, so I'd probably get that and that. So it activates my DR, and I see an enemy spy, and I sort of back up, but he cloaks away, and I'm just like, alright, it doesn't really matter. It's okay that he got away, so I'm going to try to go for the cart, but the heavy notices me, and I don't have DR charge. Same heavy who got me before, so he seems to be pretty aware of spies, using the Hulong heater and all that. So I'm back here with 1 health and DR charge, and I decide to wait him out, so I'm waiting here by the health pack. I speeded this up a little bit just so you guys wouldn't have to deal with the annoyance of that. Come over here. I did get the scout. I mean, I could have easily got him with an ambassador shot, but he had just started reacting to my scout friend, and I decided I don't want any damage on my scout friend, so I just got him anyway. I love hiding behind the cart. Hiding behind the cart is amazing. It's like, I mean, it's so powerful as a spy on defense. That's probably my favorite kind of spy, but I get this pyro because he's milked, and I wasn't really looking at my health, and I just saw, like, I can get health. Now, I can get health from him, so yeah. Now, that was the same guy from before, so he's very spy aware. It was pretty obvious that I dead ringered because I had so much health, so I did activate my DR a little early, and he predicted my path really well, so kudos to him. And now this is an obvious spy, and I try to sort of fake him out. I'm not really sure if he's a good spy or not, so I sort of do bad stab, miss stabs, and then I matador him. To see what I can get away with, and it turns out he's just free to play because he didn't have any cosmetics, or he was just not paying attention and he didn't feel like wearing cosmetics. So right here, I miss some not super difficult ambassador shots. I mean, I'm sure other people would have missed them too, so I just use my DR to get the guy off my back because I see that he shoots me and he's immediately turning away, so I just use the DR to get away. This medic's coming at me with the Uber Saw, and it's not Highlander or anything, so the medic pick isn't that important, but I do manage to matador the medic to get him away, and I DR to the scout's meat shot on me, which, I don't know, that seems like a relatively realistic DR to me. And I just managed to get the soldier. I bumped into him, and he was on low health, and I didn't want to get caught, so I decided to get the soldier anyways, make him deal with the respawn time, but I did get taken out by the scout because I couldn't activate my DR in time. Now we're coming back. I don't know why, I just felt like shooting that dispenser, but I thought that was a relatively successful life, so I'm ready to go back in, and I see the same medic, so I was about to headshot him, but then the heavy got him, and then I noticed a spy, so what happens to the spy? I feel so sorry for him. He gets hit by the Rap Assassin, the Flames, and the Girardi. Or not, maybe not the Girardi, I don't know, and there's 3 people on him. I feel really bad for that spy. And I come up here, and I see this spy. I'm not sure what he's doing, so I go spy check him. Now, this is an obvious spy. Same guy I got before, who was coming through this passageway, and I end up dominating him, and I don't know, I like to check the items of the people who I get assists on, just to see, like, oh, is this free to play? Is this someone who's good? Is this someone who's bad? Now, I kind of expect this spy to notice me, but he didn't. I don't know, I really flubbed up that, stab earlier, so I mean, I ran too fast. I expected him to turn a little bit earlier, so I just kept going and stabbed. Now, Right there, I thought that that soldier had maybe noticed me, but then I remembered he's using the airstrike and he's probably just rocket jumping, and I noticed the teleporter trails, and I really mess up that Matador. I mean, that was a really bad Matador attempt, but at the very least, I got off a little damage at him. I mean, he is an engineer. He's not going to be right out in the field. And yet again, I missed the spy stab. I don't know why, but I have a lot of trouble hitting stabs while walking by spies. Slower and faster classes, I'm okay with, but if it's a class that is the same speed as me, I can't do it. Now, you notice I didn't see that demo, I heard him. It's really important to use your ears, especially when playing against another team that has a DR spy. I mean, you can tell where they are, and I heard the charging demo, so I activated my DR, and it paid off. I mean, he could have been charging at someone else, but it really helps, and I do get a nice headshot on the soldier right there. Maybe the sniper, I just saw the crit symbol, so I wasn't sure who I got it on, but I'm leeching a bunch of health off the cart, trying to take hits from my team, and then me, being stupid old Pocus, decide, hey, it's a good idea to take a random ambassador shot at their waistline, so I don't even hit anybody, and I stop tanking all that damage, but not all that damage. I mean, there were a couple soldiers, and this is the soldier I got before, and he has decided that he is not gonna let it happen again, so I get a little more damage than I would have liked. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. He hits me with one, and I decide to DR right there, so it looks more realistic, but the scout also gets a shot off on me, I think he thought that the soldier wouldn't get me, so I'm on really low health, and I do mess up that stab as the soldier's walking by. I was trying to get him because I saw he was on really low health with the escape plan, and I could have gotten him, but I messed it up, and then right there, I mean, I was coming in from a weird angle. I can definitely see why the enemy team got me. Now, I was getting a little annoyed at this engineer. This wasn't the first time he killed me. I mean, I didn't put this footage in order, so I kind of wanted to harass him, so I disguised as him to see if I could get away with it, and I just left the scout, right, see if I could get the weird almost stab on him, which didn't work. I expected him to turn when he saw me using those weird angles on him, you know, what people look like when they're about to try to get a stab, and that didn't work, so I wanted to get the engineer in here, and I somehow mess it up by having my snack attack on the Q key, but I still get him with the ambassador, probably my favorite weapon in the game, especially the festive one. So I go in and I sap all of his stuff. I don't know, a level 3 sentry, even on offense in this map, is pretty powerful, and I just DR out, and even though this scout seems to be free to play, he stays on me, and he keeps calling spy, but I did manage to just hide and get in the right position. Now, right there, I was making sure I had the right quick switches on, and I get a little heals from the medic, but the scout calls me out, and then I did go up here because I noticed the medic had teleporter trails, and I wanted to make sure that my team didn't have to deal with that. Now, I didn't want to move, and I noticed that my DR was about to run out, so that scout came through, and I was pretty sure I was dead, but I wasn't. The scout was super laggy, and he didn't notice me. Now, I shot up the teleporter, which undisguised me, and I didn't notice the sentry gun, so that free-to-play spy that we had been dealing with earlier had, out of rage, turned into an engineer, and gotten himself a pretty good position. I wouldn't expect someone with a low level like that to be, not even a low level, just someone who couldn't, like, see a Matador stab coming, especially as another spy, to figure out a spot like that. Now, here's some other footage. This I actually recorded earlier, and, I mean, we immediately win. I was going for the heavy stab, but I joined the game right as we won, and, I don't know, I just thought this was important, so you guys would know that Pocus does not always lose. I mean, he may be the worst player in the game, but at the very least, he doesn't lose. Now, new round, I seem to have a pretty good team. I mean, everybody's got some sort of cosmetic or fantastic expensive item, so except for that scout, but I was like, okay, this looks like a pretty good team. Now, I'm not trying to be prejudiced against free-to-plays, I'm just saying people who have more experience in the game tend to have hats. Now, I cut ahead because nothing happened for a long time. Also, sorry if you hear my cats in the background. They're being very noisy. Now, I land the headshot on that scout, and my spy buddy comes in to try to just try to stab him to death, but I was going to run away with my DR, but then the other spy comes through and helps me so he doesn't get another meat shot in on me. So I managed to finish him off with a body shot, and I don't know why I missed that shot. It was a clear shot. The person was walking forward. I think a lot of these shots I was expecting them to move. And right there, I mean, I was definitely trying to hit them, but I wasn't exactly trying to kill them because I did see that that spy was behind them, and I was more trying to give a distraction than anything, but I should have hit those shots. Right there, that scout, I don't know, I feel like he got lucky more than anything. He just wanted to unload his full clip, and he got through my DR, but I mean, that's a weird tele placement. I mean, if they're on second, if they're right about to cap third, that's a great spot because they're right there. Now I get pissed on by this sniper, so I'm like, oh, that's bad. I'm gonna keep my DR up. I'm gonna play defensively. Now this soldier has been harassing my team. I don't know if you guys saw, but in earlier footage, he was really messing with my team, and I decided, well, if someone knocks him back, I'm going to follow him, and someone knocks him right back into me, so I try to react quickly and get it, but I do get taken out, so I'm coming back in. The car hasn't been pushed, which I'm pretty happy about, and they have a gigantic force, and that, I think, is the same guy. I don't know, but he's much more spy-wary, and he's really freaking out, but just as my DR ends, he leaves. I back up just in case he hears, and evidently he didn't, and I see the sniper, my knife goes up, but I just mess it up, and I completely misclick, and instead of getting to the heavy like I should have, if I was disguised, the scout immediately saw me and shot me. Now, same spot. I'm trying not to take fall damage this time, me being the big wuss I am. And they managed to push the card. I think that's a lot of that is my fault, that I couldn't get the heavy because I messed up the stab, but I'm gonna get this heavy because, well, I mean, getting a heavy stab on the cart is pretty important, almost as important as the demo or the medic pick, because the heavy has 300 health and he's constantly being healed and giving ammo. So I decided to get that heavy pick before he was back up to full health. Now, I got a lag spike here, but it really looked to me like this sniper was just trying to hit me. So I was like, oh, that's not very nice. And I was about to go for that, but yet again, the guy who had rocket jumped past my team, and I had only managed to kill once, got me. I think he was a little mad that I'd gotten him. So he does really seem to target me. And that medic that we just saw had actually crits me. I don't know if you guys noticed. After I hit the heavy on the car, he accidentally crits me. So I was a little panicked. I'm like, wait, what's happening? No. And for a second, I thought I had actually stolen crits from the other person, but I think this is the end of this clip, and I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.